Okay, in this video I'm going to go over some of the basics when you're using your Gypsy, such as starting a new project, searching cartridges, viewing your cartridges in use, and changing the size of your image. So I'm just going to start a new project. I'm going to click on my little Cricut here. Okay, so I am going to click on New and my mat size. Okay, so we have our mat here, and we've already gone over in our previous video all the different, what all the different buttons are. So we have now started our new project, so we're going to search for cartridges. So I'm just going to click the little keypad button down here. And this is where we can search for our cartridges, view our cartridges, and choose which images or fonts we want to use. So we just click this little button down here, this little area, and this brings up all of our linked cartridges. Now I have all my linked cartridges here. Now if you want to view all of them, you can go to All, and you can view even the ones that you don't have, which is kind of fun because you can take one that you don't have and look at it and play around with it and see if you would want to buy that one. But you can't cut with the ones you don't have. The ones that are in red are the ones you don't have linked. So, and then on the bottom you can look at cartridges in use. Now this is the one you would go to if you're making a project and you're using a bunch of different cartridges, and rather than having to search through, you just choose this one and it'll bring up all your cartridges in use for that project. So we're going to go back to our linked cartridges, and we're going to choose something so we can change the size. So I'm just going to go to the Gypsy Wanderings. Okay, so these are all of the different images, and this will be the ones that you'll see on your keypad. Now, Gypsy Wanderings doesn't have a keypad, but if you were to have Doodle Charms up, it would be all the black images would be the first ones you see. And then using the Shift button would be all the gray images you see. Now, to use your Creative Features buttons, you would just click that and your Creative Features would come up. So the first one is Shadow, so all the shadows of those images come up. And then if you push Shift, it'll be all the shadows of the ones using Shift will come up. So I'm just going to take Shift and Shadow off, and I'm just going to choose this crown down here. Now if you want to view it in a little bit larger, all you have to do is hold your button down, or your stylus down on the button, and it will show you a preview of it. A little bit larger. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my mat, so I'm going to click my little mat button down here. And now I'm going to click on my image and make sure it's highlighted in blue, and I want to change the size. Now I can do that two different ways. I can change the size by using this section right here, and I can have it the aspect ratio unlocked or locked. So if I want it to stay the same shape and just get larger or smaller, I will leave this on so it's yellow. If I want to make it wide and not tall, I would take that off. So I can click, I have my aspect ratio on, so I can click the height, and I can do it three different ways. I can do it dialing in the size. I can use these buttons, which will go up by large increments, and these ones which will go up by small increments. So I'll just show you. It goes up by 0.1, and this one goes up by 0.01. Now if I want to dial in my size, I can just dial in, if I want it 5 inches, and it'll be 5 inches. So now I've changed my size to 5 inches, and that will be the height, not the width. So I can just tap my screen to get out of there, and now I can move my image around to where I want it on my mat, and I can go ahead and make my cut.